Ryan Thompson, the owner of 10th Mountain Distillery, the distillery's in Gypsum, Colorado. Their tasting room, which most people would go to visit in terms of experience it, is in Vail, Colorado. So Ryan likes to say he's in Vail, Colorado. Plus, it's probably cooler and swankier to say you're from Vail, Colorado. He does have two other businesses in Vail, Colorado. He owns a restaurant, which is inside of a hotel, and he owns the hotel. So, this starts leading us down the path. Is Ryan Thompson a billionaire? Maybe. Anybody who's a mogul enough to own three sort of businesses like that in Vail, Colorado, you're starting to go down that path of maybe you are a billionaire. But I think it goes a little deeper than that. Now, we famously did a video that was kind of more lifestyle driven. You got to see inside of Ryan Thompson's house. He had some fun with it. One of his buddies was over and was acting like a butler. That played into it. But you also just got to see some of the things that he does, like buying a bottle that's just a joke for the podcasts and stuff like that. Who's dropping $200 or $300 so they can make a 5-second joke on a podcast? It's just not, the show's not all about it. It's just a moment of a podcast. That's when you got some good money, right? You can do something like that. So that video is worth watching. We'll link that one up in the description where you can go back and watch that video. And it's well worth watching. It's probably my best produced video ever. I'm going to say that. It's the best produced video that I ever did. It's a matter of the music that's with it, how it plays out, how the cuts that I did of it. I think it makes a pretty compelling case that Ryan is a billionaire. But we're not going to rely just on that work today. Again, that's more of lifestyle driven. We're going to take a look at some of the facts here, some of the things that I think that may make the case that Ryan is in fact a billionaire. I talked a little bit already about the businesses that he has. So he's got some amazing businesses, and they seem to do really well. And, I'd like to own a hotel. I can't afford a hotel. A billionaire could. That doesn't necessarily make you a billionaire, though. So we can't just, that alone, make you a billionaire. There is an air, kind of an air of mystery about Ryan. Billionaires in general are kind of mysterious people. We know a little bit about their public persona, but we don't typically know a whole lot about their private lives. Unlike other celebrities, most billionaires kind of keep their private life out of the spotlight. We know, like if it's Steve Jobs of Apple, we knew what he did with Apple. We knew, how he was involved in that. What do we really know about Steve Jobs' life behind the scenes? Not a whole lot. Not a whole lot. So, that's how billionaires tend to act. So that's a small indicator of that. I don't know a whole lot about his background. I know he's from Texas. His family's from Texas. He doesn't seem to go back to Texas a whole lot. I think he's got some siblings. I believe his mother still lives there. I don't know a whole lot about Ryan's personal background. I'm not sure about any of that stuff, which again, billionaires tend to, keep that stuff pretty tight to the vest. And so that seems to be, an indicator of that. The fact that he doesn't know anything about like pop culture and stuff like that. He's a little bit aloof. He's a billionaire aloofness about him. And what do I mean by that? Do you think like Bill Gates, you could talk about, your favorite TV show or something? No, he's in a whole different world, a whole different strata. He doesn't know what the hell's going on. And Thompson kind of has that thing going on too. You'd say, what do you think about that TV show Yellowstone? What's Yellowstone? I don't know anything about Yellowstone. I've never watched an episode, but I do know it's about a family, and I think it's there's murders in there. It's the family group is called the Duttons, and apparently they drink a lot of bourbon on the show. So there's things I know about it, having never watched an episode. But Ryan, he'd be the type that never even heard of it. We recently did an episode of the Bourbon Daily about Festivus, the thing from Seinfeld. And not only didn't he know all the details of Festivus, he never even heard the word before. He didn't know anything about it, and that's just how he is. Anything from pop culture, other than, you can go to some 80s movies and stuff like that, where like when he was a little kid, he'll talk about that. You'll be like, Ryan, what's one of your favorite movies? He'll be like, oh man, The Karate Kid is awesome. And we're like, oh, the new version? He's like, what? There's a new version? He only knows things like this small time frame of, I don't know, like 1985 to 1992. That's where all of it. And you probably track back. That's like probably when he was in like middle school to high school, and then after that he doesn't know anything. So I don't know. I don't know his financial situation. Never seen any bank records or anything like that. I've seen a little bit of lifestyle. It's presented in the other video. I've seen some attributes that seem to be billionaire-ish. So is Ryan Thompson really a billionaire? We don't know, but we're thinking it might be true. If you know, tell us.